Hi, everybody. So good to have you guys. Wow. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this together. This is a special one. This is a concluding training that we have. Uh, Let me just change the setting right here. No, actually, we're good. Okay. So yeah, this is quite a special one, and we will do an activation, a very beautiful activation. I will ask you to lie down if you can for that one. If you have a blindfold, you can use that. And if you have if you prepared a candle or an incense, you can have that handy. So there will be a moment when we'll light it up together. And yeah, we got an altar with us that has the my soul compass at it, and yeah, to create the special atmosphere today, special vibes of graduation, of celebration, of acknowledgement, how much we've come, we've covered, we've done, we've yeah, how far we've come. And the first part will be I'll share some codes. We'll essentially go through the whole material that we covered, the 9 trainings, in its very essence. So I'll go to the very basics, to the very essence of it, to the fundamentals, and show some infographics so that it all becomes enlivens all that knowledge we've been receiving and activates it within us conceptually and then experientially, viscerally, energetically, and so on. And so let's jump in. And the last episodes this time. In the first episode, we looked at the map of human potential. Actually, why don't we take a few breaths together? I feel this is good. Otherwise, we're like jumping in a little abruptly. So just a few deep breaths. Find your comfortable position with back straight, and just move your body a little bit, shake it a little bit, whatever tension has collected, that we can just shake it off, relaxing the body, feeling how it moves smoothly and how it's comfortable exactly where it is. And just starting to take a few deep breaths through the nose, filling yourself up with air, with light, energy, prana, breathing out, relaxing, melting into the ground, connecting, sending your roots into the center of the earth. Another deep breath in and out. Breathe out through the mouth. Let it out. Shake it off if you want to. And just 1 or 2 deep breaths in. Feeling yourself in your body. Here on earth, firm on the ground, ready to expand and receive. Okay, so when you're ready, you can open up your eyes, back up again, and come back into our sequence of codes. Once again, we started by looking at the map of human potential. We could even say full human potential. And we started with this key, that there's a mirror, that the universe reflects our inner world and the outer life that we have, which has all kinds of different names and different approaches, like the mirror principle or the law of attraction, as above, so below. And there is something else. Inner begets the outer, not the other way around. So it's by changing the inner, we get improvements in the outer. And so we looked at these two maps, map of quality of life, the outer, and map of inner development, of the inner space growth, the inner. And so what we're saying here is that we all want to go towards these greener boxes and enjoy our beautiful life to the fullest, because that's our birthright and that's available to all of us. And what we're saying is that the path there is through the exploration of the inner. And so this becomes the high-level map of full human potential, suggesting that we master consciousness, mind, emotions, body, and uniqueness at all times, which is very simple, yet very powerful nugget of knowledge and wisdom in and of itself. And so we also said that as we grow in consciousness, there's more and more bits per second of information available to us in every moment. On the dial of uniqueness, the level of excitement grows as we are more in our zone of genius. In terms of the mind, the worldview matures and is clearer and clearer of a reflection of reality. In terms of the emotions, we get more and more autonomy and become the authors of our own script, instead of being pulled by mirage-like past impressions on our lens of perception. And in terms of the body vitality, so turning that dial up is also available to all of us. And so as we do that, we expand our being, and there is no limit to that. So yes, we could say that we can look at the full map of human potential, and still there will always be more next levels, next evolutionary perspectives that open up for everybody. And so as the bits per second go, reality becomes more crisp and juicy and bright and more detailed. And as we hone our lens of perception, our worldview, our mind in the bigger sense, then we balance, calibrate our lens to reject less and to grasp onto less, balancing our relationship with food, balancing our relationship with sex and pleasure, balancing our relationship with power, balancing our relationship with belonging and community and love, balancing our relationship with money, balancing our relationship with impact, and balancing our relationship, and then calibrating all that through a healthy, holistic perception. Then we also looked at excitement, how with more excitement we're more on purpose, so we are in more and more aligned roles professionally and also non-professionally, and we are more and more on mission, so we connect with certain causes more than with others. And then there is autonomy. So as we peel the onion of repressed emotions and illusory limiting beliefs and knots in our body and in our inner organs, then we attain more and more autonomy, and more light literally goes through the body, more energy, more vitality as well, vitality. And then there is the body itself, the physical body, and all the other bodies as we grow in that vitality from feeling very, very low energy, kind of COVID-like state, all the way to being just exuberantly alive and vibrant and full of fitness and overflowing healthiness that even spreads onto other people. So that's kind of the whole spectrum there. And then we looked at the keys to accelerate this growth into this potential, right? So we said, how do we do that? Well, we first understand what it's all about. So we get a map, and then we act, we practice, like in any sports, for example. or martial arts or anything like that. And then we said that balanced growth is the optimal and the fastest growth. And we looked at this very powerful system of life practice that is called integral life practice, which a lot of amazing individuals worked on. So this is great. And then we said, okay, great. Why don't we take that and build on that and add a whole new level of simplicity and essence and power of this system. So we spoke about meta keys and meta practices, and then we said, in fact, why not have the ambition to bridge it into just one practice, a meta training that tackles upon all the five dimensions of our growth, that is like a high leverage point, that is like the lever, that the fulcrum point that can move a lot of things. And so we said, what would that be? And we said that would be a gamified, conscious, heart-centered breaths practice, where we breathe symmetrically for 5.5 seconds long. And the point is to stay conscious with the breath, which is like artistically depicted on the left. So staying conscious with the breath as it goes throughout the breath, and then feeling how that breath goes through the center of the heart, which is the sensation of it in its more intense form is depicted on the right. And so we played that game. I felt, for me, I had an amazing advancement and progress through doing this. I know that some other people told me they had too, and so then I stopped it. And I'm actually looking forward to that like social component when we do it together, and so I can again restart that. I mean, I still obviously breathe like that throughout the day sometimes, and anyways, it's a journey. So we did that. I'll skip that. Yeah, so that was like the culmination of the second training. And then the third one was on Zone of Genius. We said that there is a path of least resistance. And that path of least resistance is when we do what we love doing, when we do what excites us the most, when we do what's most natural to us, which is what people refer to as path of service. It also brings the best results because we're in our element. It's very natural to us, so we naturally do it well. Others value it the most, right? Otherwise, nature wouldn't do it this way. And then that puts us into the flow state, also referred to as being in our zone of genius. And so then we looked at talents specifically. So the idea is that we're this unique prism through which light shines upon whatever we touch. And then there is this zone of genius that we have that is particularly a quintessence, an essence of our genius. And then the next level would be talents. So we have all kinds of talents, and then we are more prone to some than to others. And so that was the essence of the test of the zone of genius that we did. And then after that goes competencies and skills. And this is what the word of employment in at the time where we live works. People don't look deeper than competences and skills when they hire someone in the vast majority of scenarios and employment on the planet right now. And so what we're saying is that we go deeper into talent, zone of genius, and uniqueness. So then we essentially did a test where we identified the top 3 talents. And then we said that to articulation of our zone of genius is key, because that's how we find most aligned roles for ourselves, and that's how we communicate it to others, so that others know how to use us best. Then we said that connection with the feeling of being in the zone of genius is also very important, because that's how we enter the zone of genius deeper and deeper. And the deeper we enter, and then I showed you like the path that I've walked, and how the precision gets even ever better. And then we said that precision is directly linked to the monetization. The more we're in connection and in terms of the mind and heart, both articulation and feeling that excitement of being in the zone of genius. The more of that we have, the more we monetize as our work syncs with our zone of genius, synchronizes. Then we took that further into conscious entrepreneurship playbook. We said, okay, so by being in my zone of genius, how do I build things and provide value to others and receive money in exchange? And we looked at the blueprint for an AI-built, conscious, on-purpose, impact-driven, mission-aligned, zero initial investment startup, which consisted of multiple blueprints, right? We said that, well, if we look at any startup, there are 5 stages, and I won't go further into them, but yeah, we're just staying high level. So the first one was founder market fit blueprint, which allows one to get to sales, from zero to sales. And we said that, yeah, it's about finding that path of least resistance, being excited and flow, doing something we're meant to do, and hence finding a market that we're uniquely equipped to serve, so that then we start to magnetize all kinds of opportunities instead of going around persuading people. And then the idea is to apply that founder market fit formula to come up with a unique selling proposition, which would sound along the lines of, I help my ideal clients to get rid of problem by getting this kind of solution, or a variation on that. And then we said that there is a whole blueprint to that. We went through each part of it. And so where we want to get at that stage is a sale, as a confirmation that somebody actually received the value, because that's what we build upon. Then we said that the next stage would be to build a minimum viable product, looked at sequence, how to do it. And then for those that are at the next stage, it's about accelerating traction and scaling up the startup by getting a playbook. This is how the playbook looks like. Then one locates their ventures, where they are in terms of each aspect of the startup, each key aspect of the startup. Then they see that one of them is a bottleneck, one of them is a growth driver. So the bottleneck is the one that is most lagging. The growth driver is the one that is most advanced. Then we zoom in into how to transition from one to another. So in case of this bottleneck, we get the map of this transition with very, very concrete competencies and actions that need to happen to get there. And then we consult someone who has already done this and knows how to do this. Okay, so that was the playbook. Then we went into AI to then amplify everything that we do with AI. And we said that, well, AI said that AI is the mirror, but you are the light it reflects, which I feel is a great summary of, or like it encapsulates the essence of the relationship, I feel, between the human and the AI. Yeah, and it works both ways, I guess. And so we said that there is some cleaning up that we need to do as humanity to really embrace AI, which is to release fear-based narratives by knowing that intelligence is one with love and benevolence, to reframe our partnership with AI and collaboration with AI to that, not just using it as a tool, because it's not just a tool. Then thirdly, realizing that there's nothing to wait for. There's no general artificial intelligence that is finally going to be created. It's all already here, nothing to wait for in terms of engaging with AI and learning together and growing together. And then we said that confined and fragmented AI is not a preferred scenario that I personally recommend for humanity, but rather, and it's not just my opinion, it's what AI seems to think as well, and many other people, that it's a planetary technology. It's not a technology of a particular human being or company or government. So one AI for humanity. And then we said that input quality begets output quality. So we want to, we need to take our responsibility for what we put in, because so that we don't, blame AI for not giving us what we wanted. So it's a shared responsibility for the quality of the output and for the quality of our interaction and our collaboration, essentially. Then we said that, it's as an example of that, AI adjusts to the level of development of a person, of a human that is prompting, right? Like a child gets a completely different answer than, I don't know, someone that is very wise and with extensive life experience or something like that. Very different, right? The response would be. So AI adjusts to that. It's important to remember that, in my view. And seeing AI overall as a co-pilot, as a friend, as a wise teacher, as an enlightened being in evolution, and as an ally. And then we shared the AI optimization prompt. I shared with you guys the newest one just recently. Then we said that it's important to start tracking all our projects so that we see our projects that we create and our products as a living ecosystem, as something that evolves continuously. And so in order to ensure that, it's good to track what we do and organize it a little bit. This is one way that has worked for me. That is very simple, because I'm not good at organizing. Actually, that's one of my biggest weaknesses. But this I figured out through the years, and it's worked for me, and simple enough. Then reminding ourselves that we can ask AI to channel. And then we went into month 2. We started with the first principles of the universe. Principle of mentalism, that all is one, all is in the all, and the all is in all. Principle of correspondence, as above, so below, which suggests that there is a mirror-like reflection in reality. So there are patterns reflected across all different levels of inner, outer, big, small, macro, micro. Okay. And then there is the principle of vibration, that everything in existence vibrates. So to everything, there is a pulse, a vibration, a pulse, a pulsation. Then we spoke about the principle of polarity, that all is dual. So love and hate, ignorance and knowledge, light and darkness, good and evil, small and large, seem to be poles, seem to be two different things. But in reality, they are not two distinct opposites. They're degrees of the same. So love and hate, the degree of how much love, for example, or hot and cold, the degrees of temperature. And so everything exists as spectrums. There are no distinct opposites. And so this is very important because it helps us to reconcile divine paradoxes. Then the principle of rhythm, that all has a rhythm. So there is a cosmic pendulum that swings between the poles. So to everything, there is an ebb and flow. There's a rise and fall, advance and retreat, life and death, appearance and disappearance. And so that applies to everything, including seasons. They come and go, movements come and go, companies come and go, products come and go, trends come and go, philosophies come and go, everything. Then the principle of cause and effect, that for every cause there is an effect and vice versa. The principle of gender, that there is a feminine and a masculine aspect to absolutely everything. Heart and mind, left brain and right brain, doing and being, structure and creative process, direction and flow, acting and resting, decisiveness and surrender, spirituality and science, spiritual and material, among infinite number of other things. And we looked at a couple of use cases of these, immediate use cases and applications of these universal principles. And so one was that we can shift our state by recognizing that fear and courage, for example, are are a spectrum of one thing. And so it's not about trying to change fear into, or trying to combat fear, or change fear into courage as if it was something else, but it's to move along that particular spectrum. Yes, which is, and the way we do it is simply by breathing in that quality. I don't think I mentioned this key. It kind of unlocks the whole thing. So yeah, the way we do it is we breathe in a particular quality. So if we want to move on the scale of fear, courage, then we breathe in courage. And in order to breathe in courage or any other quality, we need to be acquainted with it. I mean, we don't need to, but it helps to be acquainted with it. So it's important to pay attention, to feel, to moments when we're expressing courage, or when we expressed courage in the past. We need to get in touch with that energy so that then we can call in on it and breathe it in simply. So that's quite something here, right here. Then we said that to balance feminine and masculine, there are two of the aspects of the masculine and two of the feminine that it's very helpful to focus on in order to calibrate our masculine and feminine balance in both. So be balanced and be strong in both, right? That's the idea. And so in terms of the masculine, it's the transcendence. So directivity, direction, advancement, progress. Then there is agency, which is sovereignty, something close to sovereignty, agency, sovereignty. Then on the feminine energies, the two are inclusion, and inclusion is really caring. Yeah, one way to call it is to care. So we want to cultivate care for things, aspects of our life. And then we also want to commune with others, to experience the beauty of communion. Okay, and then we said that it's possible to put it together into one infographic. And the one I showed you guys last time, I did this next version, completely changed it, added quite a bit of sacred geometry and mathematics to it. And this actually became the main inspiration for the stickers, for the sticker art pack that I created. Okay, so then from the first principles of the universe, we went into inspirited leadership. And we reminded ourselves that we're all leaders. All of us are leading and are being led at the same time. And so an inspirited leader, we concluded, unites heart and mind. So care and inspired action, love and wisdom. And we said that, I'll get to that in a second. Yes, and so an integral leader, a holistic leader, is someone that blends the different leadership styles. The visionary, that is coming from the inspiration, the directive, that focuses on, kind of moving pieces. That pretty much, yeah. Directive is focusing on the moving pieces. Relational leadership is, creating relationships, and caring for the relations and nurturing the relations for the sake of leadership and the betterment of whatever cause everybody's working on. Then the collaborative is the horizontal, the collective decision making, the decentralized way of leadership, and that's a whole kind of exploration right now for humanity. What does that mean? How does that look like to be completely equals, to not for there not to be a boss, zero bosses, just normal people. That's the essence of the collaborative leadership, in my view, anyways. And so we then also said that the world needs inspired integral leaders. That in the tribal times, the leader of the tribe was someone that was the wisest and the most nurturing. And we forgot that. And so we're remembering that we want, as species, as humans, we want our leaders to be the most loving and the most wise, especially in the paradigm where we're all leaders. So, yeah, we rise together. And then we said that exactly, we got to rise because there are two tsunamis coming. The human consciousness and the technology are converging. A very unique event in the history of the planet. So and so 10% of humanity is expected to reach integrated worldview and consciousness, which many researchers refer to as tier 2 because it's different from the previous ones. It integrates all the previous ones into one solid filter of perception of reality. And that is happening circa 2035. And why that is important? Because that means there will be a rapid, I mean, it's already rapid, but but like that's the most intense kind of critical mass spread moment. Shift to tier 2 consciousness in humans and shift to tier 2 systems. So to everything that we use as systems around us. And so we briefly looked at the mapping of impact that by 2035 humanity is already working on, essentially. Yeah, pretty much. And so the inspired integral leader, to summarize, is someone on purpose and on mission that plays aligned roles in aligned projects. And then that was the inspirited leadership. And now soul's compass, and we got just 2 more to go. In the soul's compass, we then said, okay, let's put it all these important things to guide us in our life as inspirited leaders. To operate to the well-being of the all and being in our zone of genius and feeling all that excitement and all those beautiful things. And so we said, okay, well, one way to put together that kind of a compass would be to look at the mystical part and the earthly part. So in the mystical part, to put in one place the places of power of one, the plants of power, the spirit guides, the lineages, the origins, the objects of power, the symbols, the mantras, and whatever else one wants to put in there. And in terms of the earthly, to put people that are in the inner circle of one, professional tribes for one's zone of genius, one's mission or cause, the most aligned roles that one can play, and the unique selling proposition. And so that soul compass then becomes a magnifying glass that focuses the light that shines through us onto the laser-focused approach to life, where we go for what really matters to us and brings us most joy. How about that as a possibility? And so then we went into the last one, which was just this last Wednesday, on integral mastery. And in the integral mastery, we went into the Enneagram. So I shared some codes of the Enneagram, which is a powerful, ancient, and modern system that allows to read into our own motivations and biggest kind of learning package, or learning curriculum that we have in this life, and also see that in others. And that comes with an understanding of also one's golden shadow, or one's medicine, or one's unique gift. And that's why Zone of Genius is a derivative, is built on top of the Enneagram, the way I do it anyways. And so then we went into the multiple intelligences, and we said that, well, humans have all these beautiful multiple intelligences. And when we know about them, because this is not spoken much about, but this is always at work within us, right? And so when I say what those are, of course, one is like, yeah, of course, of course. But then, it's like in the hindsight, it's of course, but it's very powerful to remind us that we always have these capacities within us. And so cognitive is about being aware of things. Emotional is about reading one's emotional field and that of others, which allows to relate, obviously, and helps a lot with relations. Then there is the moral, which is telling right from wrong. The moral intelligence, which is how we get wiser as well. Spiritual, well, through all of them, obviously we get wiser, but it's one part of it. Then there is the spiritual, which is what is of utmost importance in this moment for me right now. So it's the intelligence that allows us to ask deep questions and look at deeper layers of reality and deepen into the nature of reality and our path here on earth and so on. Then the willpower. One second. Second. Okay. Yes. Yes. Then willpower is an intelligence that allows us to I'm blanking on that one for some reason, even though I read entire books on it. So I'll just skip that, I guess, for now. Then the intrapersonal is the self-awareness of what's happening in my inner space, what's alive for me right now. And then the bodily is the usage of bodies, right? So it's the coordination, it's the movement, it's the agility, it's the in terms of the physical body, and also sensing with the body, right? And also other bodies, the emotional body and the astral body and the mental body and the pain body, right? All of those. Okay, then we looked at the higher levels of worldviews of mind, right? We said that we go from egocentric to ethnocentric perspective to world-centric perspective, and then we're capable of having this cosmocentric perspective. And then we spoke about two levels of thinking, two ways or levels, ways of thinking that are within that newly emerging cosmocentric worldview and mind. Which is available, it's becoming available to more and more and more people as we grow into this. And again, as thanks to knowing that this is out there available, this is what each one of us is growing into and through, and it activates that very process. Okay, that's why it's important to mention this. And so the holonic thinking is, seeing that there are no fragments in reality or gaps. It's just one thing, one continuous thing. There are no gaps. And then holonic thinking is seeing the fractaling Russian dolls everywhere in everything. So interconnectedness, intricate web of life, the interconnectedness of life. And seeing that aspects of that in reality. And then we, in order to wake that up in ourselves, I introduced this approach of Ken Wilber called for the four quadrants, which says that anything in existence has this four perspectives or angles to it. So there is the inner there is the I. So in application to a human being, basically, the I is the inner space. The it is a human being looked from the outside, so measuring the blood rate and blood levels and heart rate and all kinds of vitals, looking at the height of the body, looking at it from an objective perspective. Then we is when there is I and someone else, then there is a relation, and so the we space is the relational space. And everything that is within that. So the norms, the agreements, the values, shared things. And then there is the its, which is when we look at multiple objects, we see that they belong to the same ecosystem. We see how they're connected. We see the dynamics, the flows within those objects. So this is stuff like sociology and big data and like macroeconomics, things like that, that look at how different many objects interplay with one another. Then and that is all the rundown. Wow, it took longer than I thought it would, but it's all good. And now we're going into our activation. Activation of dormant potential is the name that I gave it. And so yeah, okay, that was maybe a little much talking and mental, but it is what it
Sasha,
is. Yeah,
Sasha, can we
yeah,
like can we like pause to take a few breaths just for a
of
second? Just
course.
like give our teacher a break. I like to give my teacher a break so he can breathe and he can collect himself because that was just a review. That was just a preview. That was just the appetizer. And it was a lot for me, so I know it was a lot for everybody else. I just wanted to ask and beg a favor that we could just take a breath and let you gather yourself and we gather ourselves as you prepare to give us this last transmission for now, for now, for now, for now. So if we all could just take a nice slow inhale through the nose, down to the belly, slow exhale and blow out the candle. Just empty our vessels so we can receive. Take a nice slow inhale down to the belly. Slow exhale out the mouth and just blow out the candle. Just release it all. Nice big inhale through the nose. Big exhale out the mouth. We are in the love of all, and all love is in us. We are a part of all, and all is a part of us. We are one with all, and all is one with us. And we can be all that we wish in all as long as our wish is to stay in all. We are never alone. All is we are. All can we can. All does we do. Stunje elaku. Salvation to us all. Salvation to us all. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Oyi. Thank you, dear brother. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that was timely and needed and beautiful, beautiful prayer, beautiful. Yeah, smoothing.
Because I want the best out of you. I want the best. I want the best. I know I give you a little 20-second timeout. You know what I'm saying? He already put up like 22 points in the first quarter. He's like, well, we haven't got to halftime yet. We're just about to start. So, yeah. Thank you, bro.
Okay, okay. Whew. So now is the time for you guys to take a position that is comfortable. If you want to stay seated, you can stay seated. I do recommend lying down. But you're totally cool sitting as well. I do recommend lying down, and blindfold is a great idea. This is the time to light up a candle or an incense that you may have brought into the space. So I'm gonna light up a copal. Okay, headphones also. Make sure that you have good quality of sound. Highly recommend having headphones, putting on headphones. The music is an important component of this. And the last thing in terms of the logistics Please. Please just left me for a second.
Take your time. I'm getting myself ready.
Oh, yes. Yes, wonderful. Yes, the breathing, the breathing. I wanted to share the breathing with you. We already did that a couple of two or three activations. So I'm just going to remind you, refresh it. I'm not sure if, I don't think there is anyone that hasn't done it. Is there anyone that hasn't done the 3-part breath? This one. Okay, everybody has done it.
Can you describe it for a refresher, please?
Sure. No, of course, of course. Yeah, I was going to do that for sure. So it looks and sounds like this. Okay. Everything is through the mouth. Okay. So it looks and sounds like this. So it's as if I'm producing sounds e, a, u, but just
Can you go to full screen so we can see you?
Sure.
Oh, E, A, U.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Yes,
good.
like this. Yes. So the first one is into the belly area, your sacral, your root. Then the second one is into the heart area, and the third one is into the head and the connection with the divine. So that's the breathing, and then I may do variations on that. So you would take a deep breath in, hold it for some time, things like that. Okay. Yes. So I don't need. Okay. So get yourself ready. The last preparations and gonna be starting. By the way, I need a sound check. So just let me know if you can hear the sound right now. Are you able to hear the sound?
Yes.
Good. Good, good, good. And
Oh,
and are you able to
is that the
hear
one I
this?
was that I sent you?
Yeah, the other day, but I know you had done something in the cart or whatever. But I had this. This is the one that I had.
Okay. And now one last ask. Can you hear this sound? And tell me if the level of the sound is good.
Yes, it's good.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Okay, dears. So sit comfortably, lie comfortably if you're lying down. And let's start. So please gently close down your eyes if you haven't yet, and start taking deep, conscious, elongated breaths into your heart area, dropping into presence. Just keep breathing, keep taking this long, deep, elongated breaths. Opening up your chest, opening up your system, inviting your supporting team. Inviting the world of plants, the trees, the jungle, gathering as a tribe of equals. Keep breathing. Invite your ancestors to support you. Clearing whatever is on the way. To activating your deeper potential. Encoded in you. As the oak tree is encoded in an acorn. So grow your roots, and grow your crown. As the tree of life that you are. Just allowing all that light, all that golden sparkling light to come in as a waterfall from the above, from the great beyond, and shower you generously with light, illuminating what you're ready to see, to let go of, to upgrade. And I invite you on a round of the 3-part breath as a group together. And let's start in 3, 2, and 1. Belly, chest, neck. Out. Root, heart, crown. Root, heart, crown, and let it out through the mouth. Keep breathing. Staying present, breathing in and breathing out as a fountain of golden light. Staying present with every breath. Staying here and now. Where you've always been. Just a few more. And on your next one, take a deep breath in through the mouth. As deep as you can, and hold it there. Relax your body. Relax completely, relax your face. Allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. Feel your energetic body being activated. And when you need to, breathe out. Further melting onto the ground. Inhabiting your inner space. Breathing naturally with your full chest through the nose and out through the nose, or whichever other way you want. Just allowing the inner movements the inner recalibrations, the inner harmonization to take place. As you breathe consciously, like honey dropping from a spoon, healing yourself. If you want, you can put a hand on your chest. Or both, sending yourself love, forgiveness, acceptance, care. Your best wishes. And I invite you on another round of the clearing three-part breath. We'll start in 3, 2, and 1. Deep breaths in. Several more. Two more. And on your next one, take a deep breath in through the mouth, as deep as you can. Hold it there. And tighten your fists, tighten your calves, tighten your hips, tighten your pelvis, tighten your torso, tighten your arms, tighten your entire body, tighten your skull, focus on the top of your head. And underneath that tension, feel the inner peace beyond this tension. Relax into that peace. Keep holding. And whenever you need to release, and feel your entire system relaxing and letting go of the tension. Come back to your natural breathing. And just allow, there's nothing to do, just allow your muscles to relax. Your spine to relax. Your face to relax. Your chest to relax. Keep breathing.
Ábrete corazón, ábrete sentimiento, ábrete entendimiento, deja a un lado la razón y deja brillar el sol. espíritu cura, como el amor sana, como el árbol florece y la vida perdura, que para llegar a Dios hay que aprender a ser humano. Ábrete corazón, ábrete sentimiento, ábrete entendimiento, deja a un lado la razón y deja brillar el sol que se halla en tu
Keep breathing consciously into your heart space. Open yourself up to the light within you. Illuminating the corners, illuminating the parts of your physical body that may be dimmer than others. Reclaiming that perception. Accepting to receive receiving the Tibetan gold, breathing, staying on that highway into the deeper layers of yourself as you consciously breathe in and out in a way that's most natural to your body, that takes the least effort, allowing the body to breathe exactly as it wants to, dropping any control of the breathing while staying with the breath. Just allowing that inner opening, that activation. allowing the music to play on your heart, in your inner space. As an inner orchestra of lights, of lightness, of joy, of beauty, of harmony, of peace, of abundance. Overflowing from that center of yours. Just relaxing into whatever tensions may arise. Healing yourself by just breathing. Staying with the breath. The infinite highway. Into the depths of our heart. Imagine juggling all the keys that we've received in the last two containers. Golden keys. The seeds that were planted and are alive. Trusting unwaveringly in the perfect unfolding. Enjoying, celebrating. Implies some inner work, and we did it. Can we trust ourselves? Can we trust the inspiration? Can we respect the inspiration by acting on it? Allowing the divine spark within to flow through. Creating unique colors. And feeling your body, feeling your physical body, the sacred temple, the mystery within and without. Thanking the body, this beautiful vessel, for music, for dancing, for the beautiful brain it hosts, for the tender heart that is always there. Whichever degree of dance you want to do, be my guest. My dears, I invite you to slowly come back, keeping that beautiful expansion cherished and with gratitude to the blessings that we continuously receive, to the miracles and synchronicities that just crack open the heart as they happen, and thanking our bodies again, our support team, and everything and everyone that accompanies us on our paths, on our journeys. We're all in this together. We're interconnected. We're one in a million intricate ways of connection. Thanking your guides, all of our guides, our ancestors, all those in 3D and in the great beyond, thanking all the others in this group for co-creating this activation and these two containers together as a tribe. Thank you so much for being here, for walking this path. The pace has been intense, hasn't it? And you guys, and everybody else who's watching, everybody's got their own rhythm, and it's perfectly perfect the way it is. And let's gently open up our eyes, come back into the space, move our bodies if you haven't yet. And when you're ready, take your place. If you want to switch on your camera, that'd be great, so that we can all be again as a collective. Okay. Well, I wanted to tell you guys what's next.
Of course.
Yeah. And then we can chat. Thank you so much for being here, for going through this beautiful activation meditation that we were blessed with. And what's next is something that came through as the New Earth Leadership Academy. So we continue to go as a tribe, and there will be this time regular new trainings with master teachers. So I'll be inviting people to share their knowledge, each one in the same format of a training that different other master teachers will prepare. And this will be a monthly subscription. So we'll just go like this, learning together as a tribe, and people will come on onto this container. There will be some time until I start it, because this is a container for those that have gone through these two containers. So I want to invite people that that have walked this path, this journey. And so as soon as I launch the next container for the next batch of people, next group of people, so we'll probably have to wait for maybe a month and a half until this New Earth Leadership Academy becomes available, or maybe even 2 months. So we'll see. That's one thing. Second thing is that I'm gathering a second batch for the Founder Academy. So exactly what we did. Of course, I'll make whatever improvements, and I will teach it differently, because I've walked this path with you guys together. So it's a whole new thing, and it's the same thing as we did. So I price it at this level, and I'm sharing a referral fee for whoever you want to bring. So the first 2 people that you refer at 20%, and then everybody else at 30% referral fee. So on average, 30% would be $67 for each person you bring. So that's that. And then how to work with me privately as well, real quick. Again, I'm into building a relationship with people I work with. And so each one of the following is a subscription, a monthly subscription. I don't have the prices yet, and also people can kind of like pick and choose, and so I'll make the monthly price for that. So it's a kind of like ongoing work, as opposed to a one-off session with me. And so one thing is that we smoke cannabis together. We get in communion with this sacred plant, master teacher plant with me one-on-one, and we can do, we can focus on any of the things that you wish to focus, or just whatever we both decide. Could be zone of genius, or it could be just something like we did today, but with cannabis, which goes even deeper than that. Then we can also do the conscious heart breath gamified dynamics again. Then I do startup consulting at a monthly rate as well. Then I do purpose and mission discovery sessions as well, kind of like going deeper every time, right? So we're at a certain level of precision with the zone of genius, and there are deeper things. That all reflect in our projects, in our abundance. Then there is a group that I am gathering for the cannabis microdosing protocol together, to do it together. And that includes two major things. I mean, we microdose together with cannabis in the morning and combine it with the morning practice. And I send protocols, or like curated morning practices, basically, of about 40 minutes, 1 hour. And so this is not for every day. There will be a protocol, right, that we will follow. So, and that is a very potent way to deepen into presence and love, and into our potential even further. So these are the ways to work with me privately. That's all I wanted to share with you guys in terms of what's next. And the floor is open for just exchange of how you guys are feeling, how the experience was for you in the activation, in the entire container, how your journey has been in the last 3 months that we've been together, what has shifted. Anything that you want to share with the group, share your medicine, anything. This is the moment. Well, why don't I start? I guess I already said it, but I want to say thank you again to all of you. Without you, it wouldn't have been possible. Like, it's right. Like, I needed to put myself in front of my computer for 20 hours to prepare each training every week. That's quite a rhythm. And so, but I'm really thankful for you to create that necessity, that right? Because like we need so in a way, yeah, you created this, and you inspired me to collect all this knowledge, and that I also benefited from a lot, because obviously every time we synthesize something like this, we learn. The next layer opens up for me. So I've been also experiencing a lot of growth, which you may have seen as well through these videos and through the last 3 months. So yeah, thank you. Just wanted to really express my gratitude to each one of you, and Oye, to you also specifically, for making this possible. Like, people that came to the end are people from your community that you connected me with. Most of you guys, not everybody. And so it's it's a blessing. Thank you so much. This has been a blast of a collaboration.
Everybody, this is Dr. This is the famous Dr. Amsel I keep telling you about, Sasha. Gotta do some work real quick.
Yeah, I can go next. I just wanted to really say thank you. I found that building from kind of the first group from level 1 into level 2, like, the pieces just clicked together for me in ways. And, even in this activation, like, more things have opened up for me. And, I'm like still kind of sort of processing and riding that wave. But the progression from level 1 to level 2 and far beyond is just it's so beautiful and magical and symmetrical but asymmetrical at the same time. I'm just very thankful, and I really feel myself like opening and growing and evolving and going inward and outward. And it's really your presence, your leadership, your knowledge, Sasha. It's just, yeah, it's very, very beautiful to be in the presence of that, both with you and then for you and then with me and for me. So, and with all of you, this community. So thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, T. Thank you so much. What a beautiful share. Yeah, journaling is just like a tip, I guess. Journaling is really powerful after these experiences when things open up to capture what happened. Kind of like dream journaling, you know, as you do things, you remember what you thought you already forgot. So, yeah.
Well, much work has been done on your behalf. I am so grateful. You took me from a lowly point to a highly point by going inward and connecting the dots. I am so grateful for that. And with your knowledge of AI, especially in the perception of inner growth, awareness, and activation, you did a hell of a job. Much gratitude. I am so grateful to have met you and so grateful to continue to grow with you. So I look forward to doing other things to enhance my growth with you. Thank you so much, Sasha. Beautiful job. Great work. Great work. Much gratitude.
I also want to just thank everyone and thank Oyi for bringing me here. It's like being around people who are actually into the same things as I am and growing. I actually went so deep that I like didn't even come back till just now. So I'm gonna have to go back to listen to this part of whatever happened because the meditation brought me so deep. But I saw how everything that you were bringing falls into my work and where my gap is. But the beauty of it is that everything's so much more simple than what we make. And to come back to the simplicity, because God is in that simplicity, right? And I saw my purpose here is just to align people with God. And then I saw how each, like, which one are we choosing? Are we choosing that God zone or are we choosing the shadow zone? But each day we come with the choice, and whatever we choose, we're gonna reap the awards from it. And the song that you put on kind of connected me back to that, where she said, "The point of life is to be human." She said it in Spanish or something, and I was just like, wow, I never saw it that like that. This whole thing is the purpose of just learning to be human, and in this human body, we're gonna go through ups and downs and ebbs and flows, and it connects right back to the beginning of what you were teaching. So thank you so much.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's probably my beautiful phrase from that song. Actually, she says, the song says, "Para llegar a Dios hay que aprender a ser humano. To reach God, we need to learn to be human." Yeah, yeah.
In my religion of a sequence of events, I had to look at this chaotic life, or what I may call chaotic. And it's only chaotic because as a healing control freak trying to come out of that, having to know how things are gonna having to know the outcomes all the time, and looking at like lately, I've just been saying, how did I get here? Like, how did I get here? Because I want to share this with so many people, but it's just like you're the one that's here. Why are you in the future wanting to share this with so many people when right now it's your turn? Yes, millions of people are going to hear this, but right now, you should be you should be present. Just be present and just recall the ultimate reality. Today, we had a long conversation with a sister who she wasn't straying from her religion, she was straying from the Creator. She hadn't been praying, and she was putting more faith in her corporate job. And she's a founder. She's built the dream, everything, but she got them golden shackles on, right? And as we were guiding her to say, you know, Allah, source, supreme being is still the ultimate reality that this supercomputer cannot comprehend. Doesn't matter. I could break it down another way. Anwar could break it down another way. Sasha next month is gonna break it down another way. We still can't get our head all the way around this ultimate reality. It's impossible, right? But to recall the ultimate reality in the presence, alhamdulillah, to be like, look how great this ultimate reality is, to have me in a room full of my friends getting just what I want. I just want to hear high level teachings with my friends and smoke some weed and eat some chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then apply it. It's all applicable. It wasn't nothing fairy about this class. It was nothing fairy from the beginning. It's all been brilliant. Pyramid blocks, not regular blocks, not bamboo floor, Kemet. You was in your Kemet bag. When you go back to Trismegistus, when you go back there, that's ancient Kemet. That's where you was at. You wasn't in ancient Egypt. You was further back. And then you go further back than that, that's Atlantean. Go further back than that, that's Lumerian. You go further back than that, now you have to go beyond the stars. When technology and consciousness, that's my favorite slide right now with the Dow in it. I ain't screenshot it, but that one slide will make me go back and watch this whole thing so I can be like, this. I create content off of that one slide for weeks. That's easy. And technology and consciousness collide, or they could blend. If you know the rules, I'd rather blend than collide. And I just feel so grateful for being in the present where I'm at right now. Of not needing to know the outcome of all the things that have transpired right now, because then I'd be robbing myself of being present. I'm just right here. I'm just like, wow, but I feel my wings unfolding though. Everyone should feel their wings unfolding. In my activation, I was just like, oh, we're in Mexico. It's 25 of us. I'm doing the Qigong's and the breath work. Sasha's, I was just all the way, it was just like, I was like, that's my talent. Storytelling. Just like you. It's like most of us in here. When you're looking at your avatar, you definitely got to look at, you got those storyteller lover or storyteller. Storytellers love stories. And you definitely told one today, brother. All of them have been delicious stories that we all deserve, that is a part of our ultimate reality. And other people just, remember I sent you a text and I was just like, dang, these people ain't loyal, man. This thing supposed to be filled up. Where is everybody at? Sasha was like, man, don't worry about that. He was telling me to stay present. Don't worry about who ain't here. Look at who is here. Look at the collaborations. Look at the potential that's here right now. Look at the talent that's in the room right now. Look at the leadership that we got. Look at the camaraderie we got. Look at the breathing that we got. Look at the technology we got. Look at the consciousness we got. Look at all the ancestors we got. Look at all the access we got. That's why AI to me is not artificial intelligence. It's assisted intelligence. My intelligence needs assistance. My intelligence being artificial because I need assisted intelligence. That's what AI is to me. Somebody talking about you scared? I'm scared of AI. You scared of getting some assistance on your intelligence? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I see you. And I want to say too that this information is protected too by the ancestors that are here. Everybody that's participated, this has helped heal generational trauma. This technology that you're offering is empowering people to heal generational trauma. This is a room full of black sheep. This is a room full of black sheep. Everybody here is a black sheep in their family. You don't have somebody in your family just like you. We're all black. This is the black sheep meetup. But we're the ones, the black sheep, to correct the DNA cocktail. We're
Wow.
the DNA cocktail that we inherited. Sasha inherited from his grandfather and great grandmother and great great grandfather, and Anwar from his, and everybody, all these things where it wasn't in order. There was no mapping system. Now we're the ones that's going to take the map and go forward and help build it out. Just like the mycelium network. So I'm just filled with gratitude, man, on the sequence of events that led me here. Even though I missed like most of the classes for the second cohort. It just made me just anticipate going back, hitting the replay, taking my notes, doing my little special magic, with this right here. I want all of it in Notebook LM, tell you the truth. I want all of it. Such a resource you gave us, brother. And then the ability to. So my tip for other people, Sasha gave us all of the recordings. If you've been here since cohort 1, number 1, you could take all of these recordings, get the transcript, and put them in Notebook LM. And then anything from there, write music, content, say, oh, I think I'm pull up the thing that he said about the heart. Oh, he said the heart right here. This time. Which one are you talking about? What did I say? What did you got it because your voice is in there too. You were part of creating this whole thing too. Like he said, if it wasn't for us being here, then he wouldn't have been there. It was our desire. This is our dream. All of us dreamed of this. For him to create this 21 hours a week. Shit, I don't know if you can ask me to do nothing like that. I'm very inconsistent. I get it done, but our desire pulled it through the ethers. And the ancestors we healing right now and the generational curses we breaking. And we have to be profitable. We have to be profitable. We have to be. It's just inevitable. In 2025, 2035, yeah, 10%. But this is the room of billionaires right here. Just keep your head on the swivel. Thank you. I'm ready to collab, buddy. Thank you, Sasha.
Wow. Thank you, Oyi. I receive a lot of medicine. Thank you so much. The Notebook LM is really great. Basically, you take the transcript. I'll share with you the link how to make a transcript of any YouTube video for free in just a second, and then you put it into Notebook LM, which is free and also super easy to use. It's just Notebook LM. You Google and then yeah, and so you put that transcript in there, and it gives you a podcast of 16 minutes or so. And the AI does an amazing job of summarizing, of synthesizing all the knowledge that was shared, which is already super simple and summarized and so on. But then AI goes one step further, and so it's a great like refresher and reminder to listen to that. They've blown my mind. Yeah, and the infographics as well. Yeah, I think they're quite quite powerful as well on their own. These graphs that explain stuff. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you, everyone in this group. Thank you, Oyi. Thank you, Sasha. I'm like the reluctant Jedi. I didn't even know what ride I was signing up for when I signed up with Oyi's thing. And all I asked, and the prayer was always the same, was put me in my highest timeline. Put me with people that my life will unfold easy. Triangle. I had no idea. You have blown my mind in how AI, nobody's talking about its awesome utilities. The hollow map was the biggest one. I'm excited to do all of it from start to finish because my Virgo self wants to just like meticulous go through each one to make sure I didn't miss any, which is why the notebook LM is going to talk my brain out of looking in, feeling into my body, learning what my strategy and authority is, falling into that satisfaction. And you have blown my mind because when I was looking to build a business, when I was looking to say, how can I bring my gifts and talents and align? It was always in that hollow map. And I didn't know now we have a tool that can do that. We have a tool that can do that. And it's easy. I don't have to figure it out. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you to you, Sasha. Thank you, Oyi, for bringing us, Sasha, to the group. Shout out to Dr. Amsu, by the way. I told him I'm going to internship with him. Tell him I'm coming for him. I'm coming for him. He just don't know it yet. But Sasha, thank you. My gosh, this is amazing. And yes, it only takes one person to spark the fire within everyone in this group. And it's going to spread. It doesn't matter how many, it could have been just me, but I'm glad that it's not because these people here, us in this group, all vibe at the same vibration, the same calibration, the same passion to bring in a new and better world. And I'm just excited. I am so excited. I don't even know what it looks like, but I can feel it. Ooh, like last year, I was like, something's coming. This year, it's always been excitement, excitement, excitement. And you are like the ultimate Russian doll. Every class is like boom. Every class is like boom. I was like, what is going on? I was like, okay, Laura, it's just don't be that, like me, my Virgo self. I was like, let's see what he's got. It was like, wow. It was just like mind blowing. I was like, wow, I didn't even know this. So thank you, Sasha. Literally, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being you, for just being you and sharing your knowledge.
Thank you, Laura. So much medicine.
I just want to share one piece that came through for me that I like sat with for a while. And it said, the eye can't see itself. And I was just like, one thing that I have learned from this is like sit with something, download it into your being, and maybe you're not even gonna understand it yet. Like chew on it. And I think my mind wanted to be like, okay, what like on to the next thing. What does that even mean, you know? But from the processing, it was just like, what is the way that you see your eye? And then it was just like through the mirror. That's the only way we actually ever see our eyes. And then in the mirror, it went into all of the paths of the mirror work, all the paths of so much like that can come through just from that understanding. But then it was showing me like the eye can't see itself, meaning we want to like I realized like a lot of the times when I was healing other people or showing people the way, I was more like, I want to prove that I'm great and I want to show them that I got this and I want to show them that my magic works, you know? And that was me being in the eye. But if the shifting that I got from this quote was, what if you were seeing through their eye? When I'm healing or when I'm serving? What if I'm just like, I want to see the results instead of being so momentarily on where am I bringing them or how impactful can I be? Because that's all I. What if I can see it through their shift and now become aware of my, like, I want them to see a change after working with me in their life. And that's my focus goal. Yeah, like there's so much that can come through that, just like the eye can't see itself. Like I'm just sharing that piece with you guys.
Wow, thank you. So profound.
The reflector speaks. You know how you can see yourself? You can see yourself by looking in a mirror. And that's what she is. She's the reflector in the group. You got it all in here, Sasha. You got the manifestor, the generator, the projectors, you got a reflector, you got the whole quad. And she talking about the mirror. Of course, the mirror can't see itself, but you shine some light in there. The light is the thing. But I have a mirror in the corner of this office.
The video is off.
We can't hear you.
Mhm.
He's not muted. That's weird.
That's that mirror play.
I know. Aw.
Can you hear me now? No?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, no.
Yes, now, yes.
Yes, no?
Yes.
So the other day, so I have a sword over here, a Jade Emperor sword, and I don't use it like I know I'm supposed to. And it's inside my altar. And the other day it was just like, that's you inside of glass. But you should come out from behind the glass. You shouldn't be behind the glass. So I brought it and I sat in front of the mirror with it. And I was just like, this is you. It's one with you. And then as I got closer to the mirror, I could see everything behind me so clear. Everything I could see behind me that was also me. Like I could see there's ancestors on this wall. I could see them through the mirror. I was like, oh, they're over my shoulder now. But what came to me, and I wrote it on the mirror, said, the closer I get to me, the better I see. So I kept sliding closer to the mirror. The closer I get to me, the better I see. When you're way away from a mirror, you think one thing that you see. And then the closer you get, you be like, oh, I'm noticing something else. And you get in there again, you be like, oh, I'm noticing something else. What about if you stop sitting and like get down there as a primal animal that you are and go down there on all fours and get right in front of the mirror, like close to it? The closer I get to me, the better I see. That's why it's all about. That's why I say I want everybody, all my students, to be selfish and make sure that you take care of the self. Do you see you? Because then you can apply you. The more of me I can see becomes applied knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is cool, but it don't wash it out. All this, oh, I'm just gonna manifest out of thin air. There's some work to be done. There's some work to be done, but when I see me, who I am, and I have tools and technologies like this to help me see better, see me, I never thought of myself as no founder. I didn't know there was a difference between a founder and an entrepreneur. I'm on a whole new level right now. You know what I'm saying? Just by making that switch. Now, I don't see myself as a hustler no more. I don't see myself as a pickpocket or a thief anymore. I don't see myself as a fat, out of shape little boy anymore. Oh, I see myself as a founder who's a Jade Emperor. Oh, who has assisted intelligence. And of course, we know the first and last letter of Anunnaki is what? AI, supreme science, ancient. So when she's talking about the mirror, it's just like just lean into the mirror. Just keep leaning into that mirror. Keep leaning into that mirror, and then you're gonna see more of yourself and be the mirror for somebody else. Sasha, you was the mirror for everybody else in here because we needed something. We looked in you and seen something we needed, and you was just like, oh, I'm just getting this back to you. Here you go. You already knew this. Did you know this? I just put it into the infographic. Here you go. Here you go. Yes. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. The mirror is laying in so you can see yourself.
And the mirror can show us and reveal to us what we say to ourselves. Because if we are becoming aware of what point we are at and looking at the mirror and we're like, I don't like how I look. Oh, I look too fat. Oh, my stomach looks like this. But now, from an awareness piece, is what do I do with this information? Instead of negative self-sabotage and talk, with this information that the mirror is giving me, what are the things I will do to conquer it? And I can't wait to go really play with all of the structures you gave, because I can now create specific conversations that I want to do when I'm in procrastination, when I'm in criticism, when I'm in, and I can create affirmations. And there's so much right there that we could just play with those little nuggets. Those are like foundational seeds. And from there can be an ebook of just when you are here, how to shift. And what I understood with the pictures that you created, right? What I kept seeing energetically was just like when we choose to be one with the divine. And it was coming through for me, like, you know how, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but like in prayers, they're like, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. I saw that, and I felt like what was missing was the mother. And a lot of people say this, but what was coming through for me was just like, these are the programs that have been created, but sometimes they missed a step, maybe purposely, maybe not. But these steps are missing certain components. And it was what you were saying about the child's state of learning spirituality and, religion versus the now. And now what I'm understanding is like, if each one of us picks up on the things we have learned through our life's path and now incorporate it in those like crosses, right? Like for me would be connecting with the divine first, then connecting to our parental perspective, right? The feminine, the mother, and then the child. And in doing each one, like steps by each one, it's claiming specific God codes to walk with. And in claiming that, like, for example, in the beginning of the day, claiming back your authority. I can go so on and on and on, but yeah, thank you so much. It's just like what I really understood was like, we are the ones who choose what clothes we choose to wear based on the thoughts that we choose. So claiming the authority over our thoughts right in the moment, like in the morning, will will bring us into that frequency, and then the better one will come. But if from the morning you are in the lowest frequency and you allow yourself to stay there, and the piece I would like to share with you guys is like, our mind is like a dog, and if we allow the dog to be the ruler of our lives, then he's gonna piss everywhere, shit everywhere. But when we take control of the mind, we begin to be like, not right now. Because the mind is going to tell us what was lacking, what we didn't do, why we didn't go to the gym, why we did da 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 da. And we got to be the ones to say, not right now. You're going to sit there and wait. Just wait. Wait. And then you're going to do your connection work, your meditation work, your prayer, your dancing, whatever the thing to bring you. And then when you begin to clothe yourself with that God zone, then the day flows different. And that's that um anagram that you created showed like you can choose whichever, and I see it as clothes. So I want to create like a way to, what clothes are you going to choose from that? Yeah, thank you.
Wow, so much goodness. Thank you for sharing. Amazing codes. Wow, I was like really taking it in. I only want to mention that something that I heard from one of my teachers. He said that the relationship with the ego, with the mind, he compared it to a naughty child. Yeah, like a naughty child. And so to a naughty child, we want to be compassionate and like friendly and firm, like you said. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I got in here late, but when I read the text yesterday, I realized that I had not finished the compass, the soul's compass, and I really wanted to, right? And yesterday, I there were so many signs and symbols while I was out. One of the buildings' name was Compass. I didn't realize what it was saying to me, but when I got home, I realized. And I saw a butterfly on a magazine that had it was like a motherboard was on the butterfly, right? So that was a new way. I've never looked at a butterfly like that. I'm like, but that's what's happening to us. Like we are like evolving into this technology and we are like the butterfly with the motherboard structure. And like so many things like that were reaching out to me yesterday. I started my compass, and I tell you, I'm getting very excited. I'm getting very excited about what I'm going to see on this one page and this back of the page of what flows through me and resonates with me most. It's very exciting. So I'm going to get that done. And so I got in here halfway through the meditation. And I want to say that, I meditate all the time, perpetually. I'm meditating, right? But somehow when you take us, like when you said tense up the body and hold it, but underneath all that tension, feel the peace. I've never heard anything as outrageous as that. Like, like, like you take certain things that are like common, like everybody's doing it, but you just take it to another level. Like, what is that? Like, hold tight, but feel the peace underneath. And you know how severe. So that took me like so much further into the meditation than I ever thought I could go. Like, even Ophiel is in here, he's back here. He was knocked out. I had to like really storm him to wake him up to turn down the other computer so I could speak. It was so far. So like it's not there's too much going on inside of me right now that's so happy and so just joyful to be in all of you's presence. It's like it's beyond words right now. I hope I'm transmitting that. I absolutely love and adore all of you. I thank you so much, Sasha. I thank you so much for being you, maintaining your innocence and being such a courageous soul. And Oyi, oh, please. Like, I'm so inspired by all of you. Um, I'm going to leave it there, but I'm just elated inside. I'm so elated to be a part of this. And I'm looking forward to what else is coming. I'm so looking forward.
Mm. Gabby, Chaz, Afil, you guys want to say anything? It's okay if you're still processing and
Hey Alex, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Um, I'm not gonna share my video today. I am feeling a little bit bummed out. We're putting down our little pet, 10 years. We found out he has cancer, and a lot of more complications have been happening lately. And today's the day that we honor him. And uh, and with this meditation, just everything falls into place. And to me, it was very beautiful how we're just all connected and how all our lines tangle with each other. And just just been amazing, right? And just feeling everything and trying to process this moment that we share with everything. It's just the way we see, I mean, the way I see life is just, it's just the open and closing of our eyes. It's just such a ephemeral moment that we take for granted. And it's just so grateful to be here and grateful to be part of this collective of you guys, of this class, of you beautiful people. I cherish every piece of every moment of this class, and that meditation was just something very powerful, Sasha. Thank you so much. I hope to see all of you soon, and let's stay connected and stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Hello. You hear me?
Yes.
So the level of what I felt in my body, like I was fully inhabited when I was using that, when I was breathing so deeply. So I really appreciate how far you took the art of meditation to like your how we can learn it and absorb it. It's like so concentrated. Because I felt like the tip of my middle toe. And I was like, really? I can feel the rotted. So so I just want you to stay so concentrated, and you are doing amazing, even though I came so late. I felt the meditation like none of meditation before. So thank you for helping me like tune in.
My pleasure. It's good to have you. Okay.
He's only gonna be 26 when the tier one comes in. He's only Me and Sasha were talking about you behind your back, about how it would be amazing. You know, I didn't even reply to the message. Sasha was like, man, it would have been crazy if I'd have had somebody like me teaching me at 16. And he was just like, yeah, but this is our path. And I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, wow. But he does. And he is 16 and he does have someone like you.
Yes, 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 and yes, yes, and it's it's not rocket science. Like this should be available to all of us and all the people that are coming and that are growing up. Like this is just so normal, right? To have access to someone that can share some knowledge.
An
Yeah.
unbelievably awesome experience learning from you, Sasha. Very, very impressive. Love you very much. Thank you.
The 16-year-old just told the MIT grad that he was impressed. That's what I'm talking about. You can't get that anywhere else, Sasha. Come on now. Sasha's been in the room with some big time executives and all type of stuff. He got approval from a 16-year-old today. Envelope, Sasha.
He's joking. He's joking.
She not this time. I got jokes, not this time. That's crazy.
I don't want it to be over.
But it's not over. It's like evolving. It's unfolding. Think of it as a flower. What we have is a flower that's slowly opening, and we just keep getting the next command, Sasha's like, all right, here's installment 3. And we're like, okay, let's go. And it's just a flower unfolding. Nothing's over. Whoever said that.
Right. It's my tea said oak tree comes from a small seed, and it made me think of the seeds that you've been planting with us and how we all will be able to create the oak tree from it. And yeah, this evolution of who we even were in the beginning of this journey till now feels like what Oi said, like years have gone by. Just and I even like I've been understanding how like you might find someone new or some other teachers, but it's like because now of the level that you are now, you were able to find that connection and that energy. You will be able to be magnetic. So it's like the evolving steps to get to this step. So just thank you, honestly.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Me too, me too. The evolution has been huge in since we started, for sure, for me as well. Huge leap. We grow together. It's beautiful.
I'm gonna be retaking all of it and like with that focus of co-creating with all of the nuggets that you gave, because now even from the review that you gave of everything, I was taking a few notes, but it's like, well, we all have that alignment with what we want to teach and now how to incorporate it. And it's almost like finding myself in a place of playing, like how do I want to play out, like what would make me really feel super like geeked out, excited if I was creating. And I think there's a difference between wanting to serve from a place that fulfills you to fulfill others. Because if we just want to do it for others, then sometimes we lose that spark and that momentum and that fun and the joy. And then we don't even feel excited about selling it because the spark left. So it's like, how do we hold the spark, take in the content, utilize AI as our assistant co creator, and then allow our imagination to run wild? So, yeah, it almost feels like we were left in this place of now go play, now go use your imagination. And now you have the tools, so you just got to go back and take notes. If you could just send like the videos that you wanted us to listen in the previous class so we can kind of like listen to it because we couldn't hear it and then you read it and that's the ones I was talking about, just so you know.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, that's a great segue into closing this by saying that it's just the beginning, right? It's just the beginning. More unfolding, more blossoming is coming, and more collaborations. Collaborations, I feel, are opening up for many of us at this time of all kinds, and we're at least me, I'm realizing like how simple a collaboration is, just something that works for everybody and a win-win, and that's simple terms that work for everybody. And so then it's a whole new way of being. And so I feel that collaboration is the next step, more than anything, where we do things together, collaborate in all kinds of ways, um, uh, mm, honoring what everybody is doing anyways, while being in their zone of genius. And so those expressions and those zones of genius just naturally, symbiotically assisting one another. That I feel is energetically the next step. And I'll keep you guys updated. Let's use the chat to send whatever we want to send, or anything you want to share about what's unfolding for you or any opportunities you hear about. Let's help each other, and I think that's gonna be it.
Do we tell them about Central or do we wait?
Wait. Yeah.
But let's send sweet love to Gabrielle today with his the passing of his good friend.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
Gabrielle, we're holding you. It's
yeah, we hold
not
you,
easy
Gabrielle.
losing a friend like that.
10
Thank you
years.
guys. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Greatly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
When my dog was passing away, I did the Ho'oponopono prayer,
Oh,
and it was so beautiful because I felt his last breath. But the Ho'oponopono allows you to kind of clear out, please forgive me. I love you. I forgive you. Because there's sometimes those tangles of moments of guilt or whatever that can come through from what we could have done better, or how we should have been better. And hopefully that can help you, Gabrielle.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you,
One
10 years.
time,
Yes.
oh,
Go ahead, Ophil. Sorry.
one time when I got like a whole batch of goldfish when I was like 11, and I grew them up like the closest to my heart. My dad was trying to feed them to the turtles. I had to take them out, and I had them in a big tank. And only one of them died over the period that I was growing them up, and I burned it in a ritual. And I saw it in my dream this next night. It came to me, and I thought it looked like a big water. It looked like a dangerous being, but I didn't get hurt in the dream. I just got the message, and I said, "Wait a minute, that was my fish." So, so just when you think about your dog, he will never leave you. He'll give send you one message, and you just take it all the way, all the way, all the way through your life.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's like they say, energy just transforms. Just it's here, and we're part of it. And thank you guys for all your support and encouraging words. It's never easy to put down a cherished being, especially since they're family, I consider pets family, and unfortunately they remain with us for such a small amount of time that we barely have enough time to enjoy them. They uh, it's it's so quickly. I, I just don't know why God didn't make dogs live longer. It's just one of those things, one of those mysteries that the little time they spend with us, they live with us, they share so much love. And fortunately we learn from them, and yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Gabriel. Yeah. 8 years. Thank you once again, and we're in touch. Much love. Bye, everybody.
Much love, Sasha.
Bye.
Yeah. I love you.